Yo guys, what's going on? Echo Define here, back with another video. Right, the date today is Monday the 9th of October. If this video doesn't go up today, it will be up in a while, because for some reason Xbox doesn't, well, the upload studio doesn't let you upload videos onto YouTube with recent games in them, or new games. So if this goes up today, I'll be surprised, but if it doesn't, don't worry, it will be up in the future. So this video is just showing the basics, the bare basics on how to tune a drag racing car for the quarter mile, no prep, with slicks, not radials. So the drag tires, why I say slicks and not radials, because the drag tires in this game, they're not radials, they're slicks. Radials are tires that are meant for 8th mile, they're not meant for high speeds, they're meant for purely launch, because radials, they, I don't know how to explain it, if they spin, they're not gonna stop spinning. But if they don't spin off the launch, then it's like a dead hook. It dead hooks and then it shouldn't spin after that. If it does, you're just going to spin the tyres through the whole gear. But slicks, they're meant to spin on the launch, and then they will receive heat to the tyre, and then it will pull through, so it will stop spinning in the middle of first and at the top of first. It shouldn't spin. But that's only if you get your first gear right. If you get your first gear wrong, it's just going to spin the whole way through first. With some cars, e.g. the Buick Regal, it has a rather, I want to say, a rather long spin pattern at the bottom of first. Unlike Horizon 3, where all the cars spin at the top of first, apart from a few that have like OP launches. The car will spin at the bottom of first and then won't spin the rest of the way through first, and then chirp when you hit second gear. Most cars chirp when you hit second gear. This BMW, on the other hand, it has it's reasonably light. It's not the lightest. By the way, if you didn't know how to tune without stopping the event and starting it again, you just go into test drive, which is under tune car in the menu. So this BMW, it has a reasonable launch, not amazing, but the pull is pretty far. It traps 175, slightly higher, I want to say. You can probably get it to go higher with intercooler, but the intercooler is really bad in this game. Even though it gives you a reasonable amount of horsepower more, it's not good. So what I do for my tyre pressure, I raise the front all the way, and then for my rear, I put it at 30.5. You don't want it all the way down, because that will just decrease your top end by a lot. With the gears, I'm just throwing a base tune on. These gears aren't very good. You see, I go back and change them in a little bit. With the camber, everything's straight apart from the front, and then 6.5 cast angle. Roll bars all the way stiff at the front, and then stock normally in the rear. Springs all the way soft in the front, and then nearly all the way stiff in the rear. Ride height as normal all the way up. And then on this game, the dampening is 1, 13, 13, and then whatever you want. I put it at like 8 or something, I remember. I think I put it at like 8. 9.2, sorry. And then I don't normally lock the diff, but it doesn't really matter. Even if you put it on 0, it will still go as fast as if it's on 100. So this is just the test here. I move out of the way because there's a fucking cone in the way. So I know you see these rims that I put on, you'll probably see them on a lot of my cars. So I spin off the launch, which was normal, and then I spun through first, which is not very good. So I go back and change it. Make my first gear a reasonable bit longer, second gear longer, third gear. I reckon you could probably make this car a 2-speed. After recording this clip, I'm just like, oh, maybe I'll make it a 2-speed, but I left it with the same tune after I finished this video, so it pulls very hard. I reckon it probably have a good race with the Fox body. The Fox bodies aren't that quick in this game. I feel like the 95 Mustangs are faster, but obviously correct me if I'm wrong in the comments. So yeah, with the launch, you're meant to spin off the launch. People think, oh, it's going to be like Horizon 3. The Horizon 3 race tires, they're more okay. You don't want to spin off the launch in Horizon 3. You want to grip off the launch, but then your car will spin at the top of first unless you're in one of those cars that don't. But in this game, you get slicks and not radials. So slicks you do want to spin, and then it will catch grip eventually. So I still need to lengthen the first gear, because in first gear I didn't stop spinning, if you get me. I kept on spinning the whole way through first there. So I need to extend that a little bit. Also extend second, because you don't want to spinning all the way through second. You want to be able to. It's like the Supra in this car. In Horizon 3, the Supra was a second gear monster. You make it a little bit longer than most other gears, and it will just pull. So yeah, I lengthen the gears a little bit. So it hazes off the launch. It does still spin through first gear. That's not very good. And it spins a reasonable amount in second. I'm pretty sure in this game, if you pedal, it makes your car a lot slower. So try and make your car so where you shouldn't have to pedal, because you shouldn't have to stop and get back on it. Also, by the way guys, if you've watched my previous video, thank you very much. We just hit 1,000.